time again for another Willie's Ramblins and Pickup video. It's been probably a couple weeks since I've done the last one. I've been to a lot of places over the past 2 weeks. I made a visit down to Augusta, Georgia. I've been out to Indianapolis, Indiana. I just got back from Columbus, Ohio just yesterday. It's great being on vacation right now. Anyway, got lots of pickups over the past couple weeks. Before I get started though, let's talk about CORGS a little bit. The Columbus, Ohio Retro Games Show that just happened on May 28th, just this past Saturday, over the Memorial Day weekend. Really neat show. I went last year with my buddy Rick Reynolds from the Intellivisionaries podcast. We had a table set up for his podcast and also for Arcade USA. We split a table, so one half was Intellivisionaries, the other half was Arcade USA. We had a good time, we played some games while we sat there. We drank some Rick's homemade beer, Mr. Beer. Wasn't too bad, actually. He's pretty good at brewing beer. But anyway, the show didn't seem to be as big a turnout this year as it was last year. I don't know, maybe it was because of the Memorial Day weekend or what. But there was still quite a few people there. The one unfortunate thing that I saw happen there is they did have someone try to steal something right at the very beginning. Some guy stole a game from his vendor, ran out the door with it right when it opened. They caught the guy. I don't know a whole lot of details about it. But one of the disappointing things that I saw at the show was, just like last year, I saw some vendors trying to pass off reproduction games as originals. It happened last year too, and I caught a couple people last year doing that. And this time I caught yet another one doing it. Didn't bother to say it was a repo when I was looking at it. Even the label doesn't say reproduction on it. And I didn't realize it was a reproduction until I got back to my booth and I was looking at it and I was like, oh man, this is a repro cart. But luckily I didn't pay that much for it, so I don't care. I just want the game to play. I don't really care if it's a reproduction or not. What I do with it, there it is. The game I picked up was Musha. I've always wanted this game because I really like shoot 'em up games. But I wasn't about to pay, $200 or $300 for a boxed one, or $80 or whatever for a loose cartridge. So I saw this. It's like, oh cool, it's got a good price on it. So I picked it up and got back to my booth and I turned it around and I go, oh great, it's a reproduction. Didn't say anything to me about being a reproduction cartridge. Should say Sega back here and have actual screws, not 16-bit brothers. But if you notice the label itself, it does not say reproduction at all. And it's actually got the cartridge artwork, so you would think this is an original cartridge. I saw 2 or 3 vendors at CORGS doing this. It's highly disappointing. It's a shame that people have to do that in the hobby. I just want games to play. I don't care how much they're worth. But still, there's people out there that see this, they really want it, they think it's a good deal, they want it for their collection, and end up getting a reproduction cartridge. I hate reproduction cartridges just for this reason right here. It should say repro on here or have totally different artwork, so it's not an original cartridge. But oh well, hey, I wanted the game, so I'm cool with it. I'll be more vigilant next time. Gotta keep a lookout. Alright, like I said, what else? I visited some really cool retro toy stores. I'm doing the Toy Tune podcast with my buddy RK. And I've been looking around for some of the toys I had when I was growing up so I could do videos on them and talk about them on the podcast. And I got me some more of my favorite toys. Awesome. First one I got hold of was in the box, Gadip-Gadop. Awesome. Love this game. It's kind of like ping pong a little bit. Hit these little levers down here on both sides, and you gotta get these balls through these 3 holes in the center of the play field. You get all the balls to the other side of your color, and then the other guy gets your color back so he can win. Really fun game. This is really cool, man. I found this at a store called Big Fun. It's in Columbus, Ohio. It's down towards the downtown area. If you're ever visiting Columbus, Ohio, and you're into retro toys, definitely check out Big Fun. They have a Facebook page too. There's 2 stores. There's one in Cleveland and there's one in Columbus, Ohio. I spent a little time talking to one of the partners there, and really great store. I saw a lot of awesome stuff. One of the neatest things I saw was a 007 racing set. I've not seen that thing in years. I remember seeing one actually set up at some show a long time ago. It was really cool. It had all preformed modules you plug together, had the scenery and stuff on there, and then race around you, chase James Bond and stuff. Pretty cool. They wanted $650 for that. I was like, no, I didn't have that as a kid, so I don't care about it. I just thought it was really cool. Also, I visited another toy store in Indianapolis, Indiana. This one was called D's Toys and Vintage Collectibles. They're down on Brill Street. Really great store. I had some time to talk to Dee's wife. She does her own custom artwork, which is all displayed on the walls and stuff. A lot of cool vintage toys in there. They have like a USS flag that's all set up out of the box with a bunch of G.I. Joes on it and stuff. It's pretty awesome. A lot of vintage Star Wars items. But the best thing of all, what I picked up there, was a big track. Oh, yeah. Got a really great deal on this. It was $20. Came with the programming manual, which is awesome. And I also got the transport with it as well. Pretty cool. Now, vintage electronics typically needs a little work when you pick them up, but $20 I could not pass. I had to fix the little dump truck here. I had a problem with the motor. It was seized up, so I loosened up the motor, and then the reset right here was messed up to stop the thing keep going. So I had to fix that, but now it works perfectly fine. The big track I had to do a little work on. One of the motors was kind of slow, sluggish, so I had to oil it up, oil the gears, had to clean up the contacts on it. So now it's basically about 90% functional right now. So I'm slowly getting that thing whipped back into shape. So one of my favorite toys. I love that thing. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. Also went to another toy store in Indianapolis called Closet Space. I forgot what road they're on, but I did find a video on YouTube of theirs that advertises their store, which I'm playing right back here right now. I think it has the address on that video. Really awesome store also. Really friendly staff. All the places I've gone to, the staff's been really friendly. So, but anyway, at Closet Space, I saw he had a Starbird in the box, which is one of my toys I loved growing up, but I didn't pick it up because I didn't really have enough room in my suitcase to bring back this big track. There's other stuff I picked up. He also had a game called Sea Diver, which is a little game that has a little submarine in it, and you squeeze on the sides of the bottle and it would dive down, pick up stuff off the bottom. Oh, I wanted that so bad. I didn't have room in my suitcase, so I didn't pick it up. If it's still there when I go back, I'll probably pick it up. But if you guys are in Indianapolis and you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and buy it. I don't care. It won't make me mad. I like to see someone get it that really enjoys it. But awesome toy store. Really awesome toy store. So let's get down to some of the other pickups here. Oh, wait a minute. At Closet Space, I picked up a Galaxian 2 by Intex. I have this already. I've got my original one. It's kind of dirty, though. You can definitely tell it's been used. This is actually a pretty fun game. 2-player Galaxian, where one guy can control the Galaxian ships, and the guy can control the fighter. A lot of fun. This one I picked up from my buddy Jeremy from the Vetrix Radio podcast, VR Enclave, Greatest American Hero podcast. He likes VFD games just as much as I do. So I decided to pick this up for him. It's only like $20. I could have got it for $5 because the guy didn't know if it worked or not. It was laying in his bin. I go, how much you want for this? He goes, $5. You got batteries? That's one. Like a dummy, I can fix these things. But like a dummy, I went, oh, let's get some batteries and try it out. Oh, it works. Oh, now it's $20. Oh. Why do I do this to myself? But that's okay. It's still a great deal. $20 for this is awesome. So I'll get this sent off to my buddy Jeremy here pretty soon. Now let's go to some pickups I've had. Some gaming. Oh, no, I got some more retro toys I forgot about. Here's another retro toy I picked up over the past couple weeks. It's called Space, the game that defies gravity. Awesome. You control this little module right here with air. It floats around the playfield. You go through these little hoops. It's a pretty good game of skill. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. One more retro toy, then we'll get to the games. This one I played with a lot. Astroblast by Mattel. You too can have your own missile base. This thing is awesome. I loved this toy when I got it back when it first came out. So I'll be talking about on the next Toy Tune. Okay, now we're getting to some games. Now let's talk about some game picks up. At CORGS, I picked up a Chips Challenge for my Atari Lynx. It's like 15 bucks in the box. It's okay. It's a puzzle game. It's a lot of fun. I had this once before I sold my Lynx off, but now I got another Lynx, so I got it back. At Matt's Game Exchange in Greensboro, they gave me a boxed Frisky Tom. Awesome. The arcade game Frisky Tom is a lot of fun to play. And it's really cool that they converted it to a VFD game. So I'm pretty happy to get a hold of this. And a big thank you to Matt and his dad Tom for giving this to me. I really appreciate it. Those guys are awesome. Also at Matt's, I picked this up from my buddy Jeremy also. I found one of those C64 plug and plays. Now before I send this off to Jeremy, I plan on doing a review video on this. So I'll be doing a video on this little plug and play before I send it off to Jeremy. So you'll get it really soon, Jeremy. Don't worry. I'll get it off to you. I picked up Pack Car for the SG-1000. Now, I don't have an SG-1000, but I do have, this is why I picked it up, I do have a Dina 2-in-1. Play ColecoVision and SG-1000 games. So I wanted to pick up an SG-1000 game, so when I do a review video on this, I can play an SG-1000 game on it, and I'll put a ColecoVision game on here and do a review of the system. Complete in the box. Got this at Matt's Game Exchange also. Awesome little system. I've been looking for one of those for a long, long time. Now for my Microvision, I picked up Vegas slots in the box. Pretty cool. And I picked up bowling. I love electronic bowling games. So I was really happy to find this on my Microvision. Looking forward to doing that podcast once the Channel F files are over with. Also got a hold of, one of those Coleco PermaPower adapters. It has like a little C cells in there, a little plug. Pretty good, pretty cool. It actually came with another item I picked up, which I've lost. Where'd it go? There it is. I got this at Big Fun in Columbus, Ohio. A boxed Coleco Pac-Man. Inside the box was the instructions and also that PermaPower adapter over there. Awesome. This is okay game, but I like finding the box. I'm not real big in collecting boxes, but I couldn't pass this up. And besides, my bud Jeremy wants a Pac-Man, so I won't give him my extra one I have and put this one up on the shelf. Pretty awesome. Also at Matt's Game Exchange, I picked up Caveman that was sold at Radio Shack. This is surprisingly a really fun game. Basically, what the game is you play Caveman, you're trying to steal these eggs from this dinosaur over at his nest. You throw a rock at his head to, make him dizzy. Then you can start stealing his eggs and running back and taking them back to your cave. This game is awesome. A lot of fun. If you run across one of these, it's definitely worth adding to your VFD game collection. Really happy to have that. And of course, here's a nice big find here. This also came from Matt's Game Exchange. I got a hold of an Arcadia 2001. Awesome. Really happy to get this in my collection. I like these old, obscure consoles. This is another one I want to do a podcast on once I finish up with the Microvision podcast after the Channel F file. So this is down the road a little bit, but I need some time to start collecting some games for it so I can talk about them. I do have a few games that came with it, though. I have Breakaway. Awesome. Tanks a Lot. I like these labels. They crack me up. Escape. Soccer. I don't like sports games too much. Let's see, what else we got? Oh. Baseball. Ooh. Space Raiders. With a helicopter flying in space. And Space Attack. That has a snow speeder on the cover. Interesting. Let's see what else I got here. Jungler. And a really awesome maze game. Cat Tracks. Awesome. All of them came, complete in the box with their manuals and the overlays. So, very happy. I think there's like 20 some odd games for that system. So I got a really good start. So I just need to collect the rest of them. I got plenty of time. And then I got to start doing a podcast on that. Be a lot of fun. All right. Oh! This also came in the mail. I got my Argue Boy that has a nutrition label on the packaging. That's pretty funny. So I'm looking forward to playing around with this. It's a neat little device. It came preloaded with the game already. Let's see if I can turn it on here. Where's the switch? Where's the switch at there, dude? There it is. There we go. Boop. Oh, can you see it? It might be. Oh, there we go. It might be too bright. But you can download games to this. There's a lot of games that people have been programming for this little thing. I'll be doing a review video on this as well. I just thought it was really cool. I backed the Kickstarter, so I couldn't pass it up. It looked kind of neat. Alrighty, I do believe that is everything. Yes. Yeah, I talked about everything. Alrighty, well, that was a lot of pickups. So, until next time, guys. Whoops. I forgot one thing. I finally saw Galaga Assault by Raw Thrills. I found it at Dave & Buster's in Hilliard, Ohio. Oh my gosh. This game is awesome. I'll be doing a review video on it. I want to find it where it's not so crowded, a little bit more quiet. Well, it'd really be cool if I go visit Raw Thrills themselves and check out some of their stuff. I might have to work on that. But oh my gosh, if you have a Dave & Buster's near you, you need to check it out. See if they have this Galaga Assault game in there. It is a lot of fun. Just like the Pac-Man that Raw Thrills made, this one is just as fun as that one. Of course, it's a redemption machine. I don't care. It's Galaga. I love Galaga. Anything with Galaga, I'm going to love. And I love that. So anyway, try this again. Until next time, keep on gaming.